There are abusive people out there, there are awful people out there. Serial killers exist, they're a real thing. Robbers exist, there are bad, bad people out there. Terrible things happen to innocents all the time. The question that we want to be asking here and now for ourselves is, what am I going to do about it? What am I going to do about it? I have today, I have tomorrow, I have my time, I have my life, I have my energy. What am I going to do about it? You probably got it, that I'm moving you in a certain direction here. And the idea is to be gentle, to be organic. Everybody moves at their own pace in their own way, but we're looking at making the unconscious conscious. We're looking at taking an external locus of control and just adapting philosophically, psychologically, moving some things around in our map of reality to maybe make it more internalized. And we're looking at decreasing our entitlement, increasing our gratitude, increasing our sanity and our satiation, therefore, so that life is just a little bit easier. Today, I want to talk to you very, very briefly about another concept. It is not in fashion, it's out of fashion, but we lived with it for as long as we could talk as human beings. We've always had it. Every culture, every religion, every spiritual movement has always had it. It seems only the modern one that we're living in now doesn't have it, and it's the concept of sacrifice. We have always sacrificed, either deliberately or unconsciously, in order to get what we want, in order to move in the directions we want to move, in order to mature, in order to grow, in order to move forward, to evolve. But we live, I think, in an ideological soup right now that implies that sacrifice isn't necessary. You can have whatever you want. It's not going to take that much work. If you're smart and you work the system and you're a bit of a grifter, you can hack the system and you can get all the things without the work, without the sacrifice. And it's just not true. It is not an accurate reflection of reality. It's a part of our map that if we've imbibed, if we've drunk the Kool-Aid, we can be missing a really critical strength. If you are willing to sacrifice, if you are willing to identify that which you're prepared to give up, and then you go ahead and sacrifice it and give it up, you have a much better chance of growing. Hello folks, this is a video clip from the 30-day challenge. If you liked it, feel free to join the challenge. It's completely free and it's available over on Grannon Philosophy, the YouTube channel right now. Cheers. Growing is not comfy. Growing is not cool. Growing is not slick. Growth is painful and awkward. I mean, think of childbirth, then think of childhood, then think of adolescence. The rate at which you grew was extremely rapid before the age of 16. They were the most painful, weird, awkward, shame-filled, trauma-filled years, but they were years of growth. Then we become adults and we want to be cool and comfortable and right. We're really keen on being right, and we just stop growing. In your childhood, you're forced to sacrifice. There's no agency, there's no control. Life, adults, institutions will come along and they'll rip things away from you, and sacrifice is pushed upon you. School is the sacrifice of play. And that's what you'll spend, most of us would have spent most of our childhood and adolescence doing, is school, at the sacrifice of play and doing whatever the hell we wanted. So we made big sacrifices then, rightly or wrongly. Now, as adults, we do need to say, what do I want? And you've been asking yourself this question multiple times over the last week. Where am I going? And now I want you to ask yourself, what do I need to sacrifice in order to get there? And counterbalance that with, what am I willing to sacrifice? I strongly recommend you write this down with a pen and a piece of paper. You look on a piece of paper. This is where I want to go. This is my intention. This is who I want to be. I want to be more courageous. I want to move in this direction. I want to experience this and this. And then you write down the question, what would I need to sacrifice to move in that direction? And then list all of the things that you would need to sacrifice. And then after that, you write down the question, what am I willing to sacrifice? And if you write none of the above or nothing, you have the answer to why you don't have the things you want, why you're not being the person you want to be, why you're not moving in the directions you want to go. Right there, I've given you an equation that tells you exactly, to a nuance and to a nicety, precisely why you're not moving in the direction you want to go. Because you will be able to look on a piece of paper and say, see these things? that I said I would need sacrifice, that I then said I'm not prepared to sacrifice, they're exactly precisely the things that are standing in the way of me, my potential, and my growth right now. I'm cruel, aren't I? Can't say I don't enjoy it a little bit, because I do. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your time and for your attention. If you are going to write that and you're happy to share it, I would love to read it. Everybody else here would, I'm sure, as well. If you do enjoy other people's writing and what they're sharing here, please do encourage them. Please offer them positive feedback. It really helps everybody and you. Cool. I look forward to speaking to you again tomorrow. Cheers, folks.